Hello, everyone. I just want to give a quick update for the stuff I've been working on this week. So, as you can see, the character now can walk around in this environment, and he's got the animations attached as well, which I've been working on the last couple of weeks, I think, trying to get the animations right and stuff. So, the character can now walk, he can also run. Uh, he kind of looks a bit cartoonish in his run. But this is the first run I've ever animated, so I guess it will get better once I practice a bit more. You can also bend down to pick up this item now, but nothing happens. It's just to sample the picking up state and the fact that he can, interact with an object. You can't pick up anything standing up yet. We can also pause the game with the item menu, and then we can swirl around and look at the items. And again, all of these items are actually stored in an inventory list now, so they will be easy to access and add to later. And we can quit out of that, and the game goes back to running. It's quite cool to pause the game like that. It was kind of tricky to implement, but then some bits of it were really easy. I don't know how to explain. Anyway, yeah, it is pretty fun. What I'm going to have, I think, is like when you pause the menu like this, the background is going to go dark, a little bit dark, and kind of blur. So there'll be some kind of, I don't know, it will smooth into that. It won't go like straight away, but it'll be some gradual transition to that. And I think that will make you focus more on the inventory rather than the background. Because at the moment it's like, oh God, what do you look at? But yeah. By the way, the head is not going to be an item in the game. It's just kind of a meme because that was the first creature I created, and now I'm just, I don't know, using it as placeholder for things. But yeah. So yeah, we can run around and we can do all that stuff. I've also been thinking a lot about like what kind of story this game's going to have. And I've come up with something. I wasn't trying to think about it, but it just came to me and I was like, oh, that's a really cool idea, I think, anyway. Well, if I can pull it off the way it seems in my head, it will be cool. Otherwise, it's probably going to suck. But let me give you the basic gist of it. So this guy is a research assistant, and he's just started at this new job, working in Antarctica at a research station. And it's literally his first day. And the reason it's his first day is because I wanted to give homage to Resident Evil 2, where Leon turns up and everything's just fucked up on his first day of work, right? I thought that was a really cool way to start it. But the thing is, in like Resident Evil, there's no real build up to the action in the gameplay anyway. There is a cutscene before the game, but you're just kind of thrown into a street with flaming zombies, and you're like, okay, that's it. But my idea is that the character he'll pretty much do his first day without anything bad happening. He'll just be walking around the research station, meeting his colleagues and talking to people just in a really, really regular way. Maybe even learning some like specifics about how to do his job, which will kind of immerse the player a bit more than would be usual for this kind of game. Okay, so here's the thing. Underneath this research station in Antarctica, at the bottom of the sea, under the ice, there's a second research station, and that's where the real research is going on. Our character doesn't really notice when he just joins there. So that's something he'll find out about. So the idea is that in this lower research station, they're doing some kind of experiments regarding this huge bottomless pit in the floor, on the sea floor, and there's some kind of weird energy coming out of it. So they built a research station around it to study it, and some other things that I haven't filled in the details yet. Okay, so on your first day, everything's fine. However, the next day, suddenly everyone's disappeared from the research station above ground, and after a while, the player either receives a radio signal or something that pushes him to find this underwater research facility. So there's like an elevator that he has to take to the sea floor, which will be like one of those almost like a submarine hybrid of an elevator. So it'll be a submarine mixed with an elevator that just goes right to the seafloor. If this is a real thing in like the times now, I don't know. It's kind of science fiction, but that's the way it is anyway. And yeah, so the main game will take place once you're at the bottom of the ocean there on this research facility, but the elevator gets destroyed, so you have no way of getting back up there. So I guess the initial objective will be to try and escape from this place, but there's going to be obviously other things that compel you to keep going with whatever you end up doing down there. I don't know. I hope some of what I've explained makes sense anyway. Like, it's kind of a jumbled mess in my head now, so I can only imagine it came out as a jumbled mess. But okay, the summary is cold environments, so we'll have like ice and snow and fog, and for the first section of the game, and obviously the upper research base where his bedroom and all his workstation will be, and then we'll have some kind of ice cave connecting that to the elevator. Then there'll be the elevator shaft that goes right down to the seafloor. There'll be some kind of cutscene on the elevator where he sees himself going down, and then on the seafloor, the main area of the game, which will be the mansion of Resident Evil, for example, that will be the underwater research facility. And there'll be more areas, but I think I'm not ready to talk about those yet. Anyway, I've kept you long enough, so sorry if I waffled on a bit. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to help this game get made, then yeah, just comment what you'd like to see, for example. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one short. So take it easy, guys, and have a good one.